Assalamu alaikum. Dear student, in previous videos you have learned about the first part of this chapter. Now in today's video I'll explain some paragraph from second part, so please pay your attention and look at the paragraph. The king turned round and saw a bearded man running towards them. His hands were pressed against his stomach, from which blood was flowing. When he reached the king, he fainted and fell to the ground. The king and the hermit removed the man's clothing and found a large wound in his stomach. The king washed and covered it with his handkerchief, but the blood would not stop flowing. The king redressed the wound until at last the bleeding stopped. So in the evening, when the king was talking to the hermit and asking his answers, then the hermit saw a man running towards them. So he told to the king about that man. So the king looked back and saw a man. That man was wounded and injured, and putting his hand on his stomach, as his stomach was bleeding. So after coming up to the king, that man lost his consciousness and fell down on the ground. So the hermit and the king took off his clothes. They saw a big wound in his stomach. So the king washed his wound and covered his wound with his handkerchief, but bleeding was not stopped. It means the blood was continuously flowing. So the king again dressed his wound, and finally the blood stopped flowing. Now look at the paragraph. The man felt better and asked for something to drink. The king brought fresh water and gave it to him. By this time the sun had set and air was cool. The king, with the hermit's help, carried the wounded man into the hut and laid him on the bed. The man closed his eyes and lay quiet. The king, tired by his walk and the work he had done, lay down on the floor and slept through the night. When he awoke, it was several minutes before he could remember where he was or who the strange bearded man lying on the bed was. "Forgive me," said the bearded man in a weak voice when he saw the king was awake. I do not know you and have nothing to forgive you for," said the king. So the man after some time felt better and asked water to drink. So the king gave him fresh water for drinking. So it was night, and sun had also set down. So the king, with the help of hermit, it means the king and the hermit both took that man into the hut and laid him on the bed. After laying on the bed, the man closed his eyes and slept. And the king was also tired because of his travel and the work he had done for the hermit in his ground. So he also lay down on the floor and slept all the night. After waking up in the morning, before the king could remember and ask that where he was and who was the person lying on the bed, that bearded man came to the king and said, "Please forgive me." The king said, "I don't know who are you and for what you are asking forgiveness," said the king to that bearded man. Now look at the paragraph. You do not know me, but I know you. I am that enemy of yours who swore revenge on you, because you put my brother to death and seized my property. I knew you had gone alone to see that hermit, and I made up my mind to kill you on your way home. But the day passed, and you did not return. So I left my hiding place, and I came upon your bodyguard, who recognized me and wounded me. I escaped from him, but I should have died if you had not dressed my wounds. I wished to kill you, and you have saved my life. Now if I live, I will serve you as your most faithful servant, and will order my sons to do the same. Forgive me. So when the king said, I don't know who are you and why are you asking forgiveness? So that man said, you don't know who am I, but I know you. And I will tell you that who am I. I am your enemy, and I have taken oath to kill you, because you have punished my brother to death and seized all my property. That's why I took oath to kill you. And I also knew that you have come to this forest alone to meet this hermit. So I made a plan to kill you coming back your home. So I hid myself in a hiding place and started waiting for you, but you did not return till the night. So I came out of my hiding place. Then unfortunately your soldiers saw me and they recognized me. So they attacked me and tried to kill me, but I slipped out very hardly and came up to you. And if you had not saved and dressed my wound, I would have died. I wanted to kill you, but you saved my life. So I am very thankful to you, and I promise to myself that I will be the most loyal servant of yours till my death. And also I will order to all my sons to do the same. It means I will order to all my sons to be your most loyal servant. Please forgive me. Now look at the paragraph. The king was very happy to have made peace with his enemy so easily and to have won him over as a friend. He not only forgave him and said he would send his servants and his own doctors to look after him, and he promised to give back the man's his property. So the king was very happy to sort out his matter with his enemy and make friendship with him. So the king forgave him and ordered his servants and doctors to take care of him, and also he promised to return his property. This is your today's lesson. Watch this video very carefully and do the exercise what I will send to you. Thank you very much.